Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to be decorating with you today. I am finally getting around to doing my fall dining room. And while I'm doing this little intro, instead of just having my picture up on the screen talking, I thought I would just show you a little quick cleanup that I did beforehand. My dog Lexi was so excited to find her ball again. It had been stuck underneath the sideboard. I don't know about you, but every so often I will watch somebody clean and it's just so inspirational to me. I have no idea why. I think it's kind of like therapy. It's yeah. So anyways, that's the reason why I'm doing this. If you're new here, I am so excited that you're here, and I hope that you'll subscribe, like, and comment. So basically, if you did not catch the redo that I did on the sideboard, go back and check out my other videos, because I showed how I painted that and gave it a facelift. Here I am just cleaning up the windows. Now, I actually have heard people talk about various products that they use. The only thing that I use is water, and it's a microfiber cloth. If the windows are like really dirty, like once a year or whatever, twice a year, I will go through and put some cornstarch in the water and use that, but that's all that it takes. And this is pretty much just for my dogs looking out the window. Anyways, here we are. We're finally going here, and this is a beautiful sign that I got off from Etsy. I love this sign, not just because of the colors, but because they actually had used a print. And so it was very lightweight. It was really easy to hang too. So here I am set up now I found that this sideboard is small. Okay, so this is gonna look a little bit different. But I got that container at JCPenney's, which is hard to believe. I didn't even know that they had such things. But anyways, I got that there, and then I put in 3 bushels of whatever bushes, not bushels, bushes of whatever those things are. Anyways, and I got those at Joann Fabrics. And then the candlestick and the pumpkin came from Walmart. Now that big pumpkin, that wooden pumpkin, it's a reclaimed wood pumpkin, and I have that available for sale in my Etsy shop. And so here I decided to just do 3 things in the center, but I felt like I needed to kind of pull it all together. So these may look familiar if you watched my Centerpieces video. I used these in this. And so I'm using these basically a couple of bushes that I got from, I believe it was Michael's that I got those. And I cut them apart, and I'm just using this to kind of pull the whole thing together, elongate my design without adding more bigger pieces. So that's all I'm doing here. Now, I thought about not showing this, but I just wanted to encourage you. If you don't like something, fix whatever you don't like. I just did not like how those pieces were laying through there, and so I just needed to do some adjusting. And the only reason why I'm showing you this is basically just to encourage you. You know, I definitely don't get it right the first time, and sometimes I have to redo things, and that's okay. If something is bothering you, go ahead and take it apart and re-put it back together. And so that's all that I'm doing here. It's just doing a little bit of readjusting. As you can see, I'm using pretty much all muted colors, basically kind of like a burnt orange, some greens, some creams, some whites, just all those colors that are just so easy on your eye. And here you go. Here is what it looks like all put together. I was happy after I'd went through that second time and just kind of put those pieces throughout. I feel like they pulled it all together. Just loving all of this color combination. So the next thing I did is I bought these frames at Walmart. I did not realize how expensive frames are. I looked and looked. I looked at like 3 places and I finally ended up buying some at Walmart. I had bought 3 prints. They were very inexpensive off from Etsy. And this is really the first time I've ever done anything like this. I went ahead and had them printed out at Walmart, which did not cost hardly anything at all. And so here I'm just putting in some frames that, I'm sorry, not frames, but that white matting is what it is. I got that white matting from Hobby Lobby. The frame originally came with like some neutral colored matting, which I kept because I might use again, or I might use at some point. But anyways, I took that out, put white matting in that I got from Hobby Lobby, put my picture in, just taped it in, and here you can see I'm just putting the back on it. I actually thought I was going to have to paint the frame, but it turned out that I liked it without painting it. I was a little concerned that it might be a little bit too creamy. So here the next day, because I did that the day before, the next day I decided that I want to put these on the wall, and I figured the best way to do that was to use Velcro strips. What is it called? Commander strips or whatever it is. And having that back piece on the pictures was just going to make it too bulky, and I wasn't going to be able to get it, to adhere onto the wall very well. So I decided to take that back piece off, and all I'm doing is just taping in with some painter's tape that matting, just to make sure. And as you can see, you can't see it at all. So basically it's just holding it in place, and then that will give me a smooth surface to use the Velcro and put these on the wall. Here I'm just basically deciding where I wanted to put the pictures. I apologize for the lighting. It's really difficult when you have 2 windows there and all that lighting coming in. I kind of laughed at this because this is really how I normally measure. Let me just put my finger here, put my finger here. Yeah, that looks good. Anyways, I'm just wiping the wall with alcohol, rubbing alcohol, which is what you're supposed to do before you use any of those strips on the wall. And I'm just going to use a small level is what it's called. Couldn't think of the word. Small level, just to get it into place, and then I'm just pushing it onto the wall. And I'm not going to spend a lot of time with this. You get the idea. But basically I just stack them one on top of the other and did the same thing each time. And there is the best picture that I could give you of what it really does look like. And again, I'm struggling with lighting here, but hopefully you can see. I had a hard time finding a table runner that I like. I've been looking for a really long time, so I decided to make this myself. Actually got this fabric from Hobby Lobby, and I just cut a piece, and it's nothing fancy as far as how I sewed it, just sewed straight seams. Okay, well, if you watch my centerpiece video, this might look a little familiar. This is the container that I used on those, and I'm going to use this time. And so I've just got some foam that I'm going to stick down at the bottom, and here is a riser that I'm going to put on top. These might look familiar because I did use these in my centerpiece, 4 centerpieces, I think is what it was called, video. And I'm just putting these all around the edges. If you didn't see that video, I highly recommend you go back and watch that. It just has some great color ideas. But basically, the reason why I put that foam in there is so that I could stick those stems in there, and then they won't go anyplace. I can remove this from my table and it's not going to fall apart. If you didn't have that foam in there, then it would just fall apart if you're going to try to move it. So I'm basically just going all around the edges, putting those into the foam. And of course, because I want this to look nice from all sides, I'm going to go around and make sure that I get the back as well. I am loving the texture on that table runner. Okay, here is a bush that I got from Hobby Lobby. It's actually 2 that I just cut apart, and I'm going to add that in. Those are my colors right there. Just adding some detail, some texture. While I'm kind of showing you how I'm doing this, if this has inspired you, if you've enjoyed this video, would you do me a favor and subscribe, like, and comment? It just encourages me to continue putting more content out there. I love to hear what you guys have to say. It makes my day. Okay, and I'm finishing up by putting the last few pieces on the back side. This is, I don't know about you guys, but it is crazy busy for me right now, and I just didn't have a lot of time. And so this, I hope this is what you find to be easy, because that's definitely the look that I'm going for. And here's just a couple of pumpkins that I got from Walmart. And then this pumpkin, I'm pretty sure I got from Hobby Lobby. And I know you normally do things in 3s, but I'm a rule breaker, and I added in the hydrangea. Goodness, I couldn't think of it. I almost called it a hosta. And there it is. And then on this side of the wall, I didn't really do anything. It's just my clock. This is a clock that I did paint, which I also did a tutorial on that. And just wanted to let you know, I now have soy candles in my Etsy shop. They are fall scents. Soy candles come from American farmers. They burn clean. And so if you'd like one of those, I will leave the link below in my description. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.